And welcome to The Factor Uncensored. 4 months after a woman's death in spring, her family still can't erase an image from their minds. They say that's Rochéne Richardson's lifeless body, left on the ground for hours after being worked on by Harris County ambulance workers. Richardson's family also says they were treated and threatened with arrest by deputies if they touch their loved ones who was already gone. We're told this is all while her children looked on. We have responses from all the agencies involved. Now, let's take you there because we ask, is this our America? So, Irv, first of all, it was a regular day for you and your daughter. She came home on June 21st after visiting or having dialysis treatment. And when you walked through the door, you had a chance to greet her, and what happened?
Well, normally when I come home on a Friday, my youngest daughter is working from home, and my oldest daughter come from treatment, and she be laying there in my office. So I went in there to kiss my daughters and told them, okay, how you doing? My youngest daughter said, Dad, I got an hour left on work. My oldest daughter was like, I kissed her, she said, my stomach's hurting, Daddy. I said, okay, well, let me take a shower and come back and check on you. So I did. And when I came back, my wife and I came, and we could hear our daughter up at the top of the stairs yelling, oh, Lord, my stomach hurting, you know. So we raced up there to find out if her stomach's hurting that bad, you need to come, let's go to the ER. So when I got her down, she said she needed to catch her breath, so she did. And then I finally gets her to the car. Me and her son helped get her to the car. My wife's in there. I back out of the driveway and maybe made it half a block. She said, Daddy, I'm hot, I need to get out this car. I can't, you know, it's too hot block. So, and my wife jumps out, yells to my other daughter, just call 911. And she was on the phone with 911. And told her to press the panic button or what have you. So I said, okay. I finally got my daughter back in the car while my wife and them calling 911 on the panic. And you see my car driving back into the driveway. So that's when EMS showed up. I let my wife tell you some of the story that she did.
And Wanda, did you realize just how dire, how crucial it was at that point for your daughter?
Yes, I did. Upon looking at her, I was telling her to inhale, exhale slowly, not to panic. And looking back, her father was holding her, rubbing. Give me a second, please.
Oh, absolutely. Take your time. I know it's tough.
Oh, I hate reliving this. So he's holding her. I'm walking to the front of the house, yelling at 911 to please get there. So I go back. Oh, I'm so sorry.
I understand. Irv, you want to pick up when you guys called 911, they finally arrived?
They finally arrived. EMS arrived, so they were yelling, my daughter and them were yelling, over here, over here, over here. So they got out, and it's kind of like nonchalant. So, you know, it wasn't that urgency. But the girl, when she saw it, she ran back. That's the only one that I saw run back. So when the guy, I'm still in the car holding my daughter. And she said, Daddy, I can't breathe. And you know how that makes you feel as a father.
Mm-hmm.
I'm supposed to be her protecting, I can't help my child. So when the guy comes to there, he pulls out of the car and lays her on the ground. Okay, I understand you might have to be on the flat surgery, but I thought they would bring a gurney out or something at some point. So they started working on my child and our child. And when they did, they, my wife yelled, are you gonna bring the gurney out? You know, I'm gonna ride with y'all, put it on there and work with the gurney to the hospital. And they're like, no, we're gonna keep her here. I said, okay, so they working on it. Then they come out with this machine and they puts on her where it was doing the pumping for them. They didn't have to worry about pumping. So put a big bruise in my child's chest. So when they decided maybe it was 30 minutes and I don't know what they said no more they can do for her. You know, what do you mean? My wife like, what do you mean you haven't finished? She said, give me the thing, I'll pump it myself. So basically, they pretty much packed up and left.
And all the while, your daughter
Yes,
is
ma'am.
still on the ground.
Yes, sir.
They didn't offer to take her to a hospital
No,
or to
sir.
a morgue or
No,
to
sir.
a funeral home?
No, sir.
What did you ask? What did they say?
Well, when they left, I didn't really realize they had left, but they had pulled 2 police cars. They left there, you know, one like on the angle, and he's like, this is just to give us some privacy. I'm like, sir, I'm in broad daylight. My child is laying on the ground. What do you mean privacy?
These are officers,
These are
or
officers.
deputies trying to
Yeah,
give you,
yeah.
because you're in the spring area.
In the spring area, yes, sir. So as we laying there, I mean, you know, I was telling her boys, her kids saw this too, all of the kids. It was, I told them, come on, well, you know, I got too much respect for my child to be laying on this ground. Let's pick her up and bring her inside. And he told me I can't move her body, you know. I'm like, well, you let them leave. What am I supposed to do? Just sit here and wait on somebody? He said, well, funeral home. I said, well, when they're supposed to get it? He says that you guys are supposed to call them. I said, with all this going through my mind, my child's laying here, you expect me to worry about calling somebody?
Mm-hmm. And once again, let's make sure we have it straight for the viewers. Your daughter is dead. She's on the ground.
Yes, sir.
The ambulance has left.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Just deputies are there,
Yes, sir.
and they're asking or telling you the only way you can remove your daughter from the ground if a funeral company comes and gets her.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And eventually you called for a funeral company.
Yes, sir. And well, one of the ladies who were there was one of my daughter's friends. She said that she had knew somebody, and I said, I don't care who you call, just so I can get my child off of this ground. And I don't know where he came from, but they claim he had an accident on 45. I was out there for more than 4 or 5 hours later.
Your daughter was also on the ground
Yes.
for
Yeah.
4 or 5 hours.
Yes. It got dark. My camera on my driveway caught everything, you know, and we were out there with our child, and those police officers was there till the end, I guess, just to make sure we didn't move her inside or move her body, period.
Now, don't go anywhere. We'll be continuing this conversation after the break. And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. The family of Rochéne Richardson is demanding some accountability. They say it took hours before her lifeless body was removed from the ground. Her parents tell me they don't want this to happen to any other family out there.
Yes.
They were threatening us, telling us they would take us to jail several times. The dog-skinned guy, he was like, I'm being nice to you right now. And I have never in my life used so many F-bombs, but that day I did.
Mm-hmm.
And I told him, I said, that's my daughter down there. You don't have to be nice to me. I'm just asking you, let me bring her inside. Mosquitoes coming out. So he said, if you touch her, I'm taking you to jail. I said, well, you're gonna wait till my daughter's body get removed from here, and then you could do what you want with me. But by this time, I told my grandson, I said, go inside. I said, get a sheet, get some ice packs and everything so these mosquitoes could stay away from her. But in the process, the mosquito bit on her right side of her eye.
Wow, wow.
And we had put a pillow under her head and put a sheet over to cover her up. You know, and my wife practically laid there on the ground with our daughter, you know, and I just still rubbing her head. Then they put tape around, like, I don't know, maybe it was a crime scene or something they thought, so I don't know. So that's when one of her kids, because all of her kids seen this too, it's right at the house. So one of her kids come out the door and come under there, and the cops start yelling at him. I'm like, listen, that's his mother. You know, what do you want him to go? We can't move her body, you know, and he came out. They was threatening to take him to jail. I'm like, what is all this about? You know, y'all that heartless? You don't see his mother laying here on the ground? Our child is on the ground, you know? So, you know, I just don't understand.
And for you guys now, what do you want? What do you want to hear from the county as a result of what you went through?
I just want this to be known so this would never happen to anyone else's child. You know, it was like a lack of
Compassion?
compassion. You know, nobody cared that, okay, just, you know, it's a public sidewalk my daughter is laying on, you just left her there. I basically think you treated her less than trash. Because if I put my trash can out there, you would pick that up. But my daughter's laying here on this public street, and you just left me and my family with my daughter here. You know, so
It's her.
I don't want it to happen to no one else's child. You know, and it's very painful. You know, we lost a child. It's hurting enough, but to see the way she was treated just breaks my heart.
I can say this. There's one love, one pain, but yet it's different. This is a different type of pain that I have to live with. For a mother to bury her child and then have to finish raising your daughter's child. This is all I can say.
And we'll share what turned up after we began digging and asking some questions. So stay with us here on The Factor Uncensored and see what these agencies have to say about this. And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. We reached out to get a response from all the Harris County agencies involved. Many of them, all of them actually said they would not go on camera, but they sent us statements. Now, the Sheriff's Office, we talked to them, Medical Examiner's Office, and the Harris County ESD 11 Ambulance Service. The Harris County Sheriff's Office denied their deputies threatened to arrest anyone on the scene. However, a spokesperson said Ms. Richardson was out there for a long period of time because the delay was in part waiting on the Harris County Medical Examiner's Office to arrive. The Sheriff's Office also told the Factor the coroner did not send an investigator out to the scene. They pronounced Ms. Richardson deceased by phone. Here's how the Harris County Medical Examiner's Office, also known as the Institute of Forensic Sciences, responded. The HCIFS has a process of retaining and releasing jurisdiction of a decedent. We followed the process for this case, which involves determining if the decedent's physician can sign the death certificate or if we need to conduct further investigation by attending the scene. As for the Harris County ESD 11 Mobile Health Unit and ambulance, they told the Factor at this time our organization has no comment. In the meantime, Rochéne Richardson's family received a bill from the county ambulance service for over $2,300. The family has also started a GoFundMe account to help with her children that she leaves behind.